Hey guys, Coach Jamie, are you ready to get our workout in for today? So today you're going to need sliders. So these are just simple furniture sliders with a plastic backing that slide really well on carpeting. You could also use paper plates. And if you do not have carpeting and you instead have something like hardwood or tile, you could use towels underneath your feet. All right. These are optional. Base it on how your form is feeling and make sure that the form comes first. Today we kind of have an agility style, so getting used to moving our body in opposite directions. Total body workout, great for our cardio. We're gonna get ready to crush it together, all right guys? I'm gonna get our timer started, so get up and get started walking in place. Here we go, so up and we're walking in place. Just getting our body moving, get our mindset right. We know we're gonna crush it. Give it all we've got because it's 45 minutes from warm up to end of the cool down. Give it your all, make it count. Making sure you're pumping opposite arm, opposite leg. Our chest is up tall, our core is tight. 4 seconds. We're gonna go to a squat with a lunge, side to side. So a wide squat, bend those knees down and then lunge one side, over to the other, back to the middle and stand. Now we're gonna switch directions. So as you lunge side to side, your heel lines up with your knee with that hip. Knee is always right over those toes. Our core stays tight the whole time. Our chest is up nice and tall. Big squeeze on that butt and stand up. All right, now we're gonna go to a chest opener. So reach back and up towards the ceiling. Come down, touch the toe. We're flexing our heel, our toes. We're pulling our toes up towards the ceiling. Each time trying to get a little bit deeper, a little bit of a bigger reach towards that foot. Do not worry if you cannot reach those toes. 4 seconds and we're going to a jog in place. Good, all right, on those toes. Warming up the ankles, warming up our calves. Our core stays tight. Always think in your mind about your posture. That belly button should be pulled in a little bit away from that waistband. Our chest is up tall and our chin is right in line with those shoulders. All right, so kind of like a chin tuck so that our ears are right over those shoulders. Pick up the pace. All right, split jumps. So cycling those legs forward and backwards. Opposite arm, opposite leg. If you're not jumping, you can simply step forward and step backwards, all right? Either way, we have nice soft knees. Our knees are in line with those toes. We're staying on those toes. Pumping our arms, core tight, chest up tall, head in a nice straight line. You almost feel like you have a string pulling from the top of your head, so you have a nice tall posture. We want to be as tall as we can. 5 seconds, pick up the pace. Nice work. All right, 360 lunges. So I'm going to show you with my right leg. You step forward, out to the side for a side lunge, and then back. Those feet are at 90 degrees. Then the back leg, big stretch on the front. Switch sides. All right, come with me. Out to the side, 90 degrees on the feet, bending the back leg, nice big stretch through the front leg. So this is opening up those hips, warming up our legs, making sure our knees are always in line with those toes. The core is tight, keeping our chest up tall. Nice job. Always squeezing those buns when you stand back up and together. Whoop. All right, one time for one more, and then we're going to a squat with a twist. All right, going into that squat, butt goes down. You're gonna reach one hand towards the ceiling and then switch. Back up and squeeze. Rotating which side you reach with each time. Trying to get a nice big stretch through that chest, through the back and through those hips. 5 more seconds. Good. All right. We're going to bend at the waist. Our hands are walking down until we're in a full plank, and then we're doing a push-up. So bend those arms, push those hands into the ground, and then stand back up. If you need to, you feel free to come down to those knees and do the push-up right from there. All right, most important is full range of motion as we warm up the chest and that core, making sure that those elbows aren't pushing out to the sides. You want them at about a 45-degree angle. Our core is tight, making our back stay nice and flat. 5 more seconds and we're going to skaters. Beautiful. So skaters, we're going side to side. Nice soft knees. Knees stay in line with those toes. Okay, we're using those arms like we're speed skaters. So we're going side to side. If you need to, you step and hold. All right. Again, you can get a great workout without jumping. Good work, guys. 2 seconds. Beautiful. I call these long lunges. So you're stepping back with your right leg and then up and swinging forward. So you go reverse lunge, front lunge. All right, come with me. So reverse lunge, pushing through that front leg, and then switching feet. Core is up is tight, chest is up tall, 90 degrees on those legs, trying to keep our feet hip width apart. You can alternate going forward first and then backwards. That was so wonky. I was all out of balance. Good. Every time you come back to the middle, nice job. All right. So today's workout, we have 11 different exercises. We're 30 on, 10 off. We're going 4 times through. Our first exercise is we run forward, stop, squat, walk back. All right. So you're running, slowing and coming into a squat, squat, walk back. All right, so we're not using those sliders for that first exercise. Are you ready? 30 on, 10 off. Here we go. Run forward, squat, walk back, and forward. You might have a different amount of space in your workout area. Use the space that you have. Try to pick up as much speed as you can. And in that squat walk, try to keep that chest up tall. All right, squeezing nice and low, keeping that belly button in. Good, guys. All right, now we're on those sliders. We're going into that plank position, core tight. We're gonna go reach forward and back to the middle. Let's go. So reach your hand forward, slide it back to the middle and switch hands. Now, you can do these from your knees. All right, you can be in this position here, nice flat back, reaching forward. Your hand that stays on the ground is always pushing through the floor as well as your feet, okay? The key is you don't want any upper body movement. Nice work. All right, so we've got side lunges on those sliders. Stepping out to the side, back to the middle. Here we go. Out to the side, back to the middle. Now, if you have weights at home, feel free to grab them. You can hold them right at your chest if you want. The key here is, since we're on sliders, you control the sliders, right? Push them into the floor. Make sure those knees stay in line with the toes. If you have any issues, you don't use the sliders. Beautiful. All right, back down to that plank position. We're doing slider push-ups. So you're gonna start with your hands close together, slide out, push up, back in, and rotate sides. All right, come with me. Making sure those hands are in line with those shoulders. When you do those push-ups, that core should stay tight the entire time. If you need to, you come to those knees, but you don't let those feet cross. All right, 4 more seconds. Beautiful. You're gonna set your sliders on the floor, maybe 1.5 feet. And even do a half turn to move a little bit faster. Or you can really work on that balance. Hold and pause. You can also do 1 foot, right? Just making sure you're alternating. You're gonna keep your sliders where they are. We're gonna do the icky shuffle like it's a ladder. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, turn around. So if it's a ladder, you're gonna go step, step near the sliders, then go forward, near the sliders. So it's in, out, in, out, in, out. All right, going back and forth. As you get more comfortable, you work that pace. If you have more area, you go ahead and you use it, right? All right, now we're going back to that plank position. Take your slider. We're gonna be in our plank, and we're just gonna tap the slider out in front of us. All right, so my slider here, I want to make sure you can see it. Plank position, we're just tapping our hands. Nice tight core, pushing those hands and feet through the ground, squeezing our butt so that everything is nice and supported. If you need to, again, you come to those knees. At all times, you should feel like your belly button is pulling away from your waistband. Now we're going sliders or skaters, just like warm up, okay? So side to side. Now, if you're comfortable, you can go ahead and do these on the sliders. If you're feeling like there's instability in your knees, go ahead and do them without the sliders. You might not go as fast if you're on those sliders, right? It's gonna slow you down because it's creating some instability. But if you really wanna work, making sure that your legs and your hips are stable, stay on them, all right? Now, just like warm-ups, we're gonna do those long lunges, but this time we're gonna be on the sliders again. All right, here we go. One leg back, slide it forward. Good, keeping good control the entire time, right? 90 degrees on those legs. When you switch, I like to switch going forward first and then backward. Just like to keep my body guessing. And as you can see, even I have to work balance, right? Got to focus on engaging that core. Okay, we can let the sliders go until next round. We're doing squat jumps with small turns. You can either go a quarter turn or a half turn. Here we go. So we squat it down, push against the floor, and land, and go again. All right. If you want to up the ante, you can do a half turn, making sure those legs are always, those knees are always in line with those feet, okay? Keeping that chest up tall, pushing away from the floor with those legs. And remember, you can always just come up onto those toes. All right, now we're gonna go similar to a bear crawl. So we're in that position, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Push your toes through the floor so that your knees come up off the ground. You're gonna step one hand forward, one hand back. Switch hands, and then you're gonna go feet, forward, back, forward, back. Now, this is not a high intensity cardio exercise, right? The idea here is engaging your core, pretending you have a ball on your back that you don't want to move. All right, that's round one. That's all of the exercises. We're going back to the run forward, squat, walk back. Here we go. Run forward, squat it back. Chest is up tall, core stays tight the entire time. You can always jog forward and then squat, walk back, or big steps forward, squat, walk back, right? You do what feels best for your body. You're gonna make it count no matter where you're at on your fitness journey, right? Whew. All right, we're going to that plank with a reach up and reach back. Okay, get ready. Hands underneath those shoulders, tight core. Those legs can go a little bit wider if you're in the full plank. That prevents those hips from rocking. You want to keep those hands right under those shoulders. Big squeeze in that back as you reach forward and backwards. The hand that's staying on the ground is pushing through the floor. I had to even it out. Nice job. All right, back on those sliders. We're going side lunges. Chest is up tall. One foot out to the side, bend that knee, back to the middle. So we're going side to side. Our core stays tight. Knee in line with those toes every time we come up. We're squeezing the booty, right? Squeeze those glutes like you're holding a dollar bill between your cheeks. Feel free to add a weight. Make sure that you're bending that leg. All right, slider push-ups, guys. Whew. Here we go. In that plank position, sliding one hand out to the side, push up. A full range of motion. You can always start on those toes and drop to those knees when you feel like your form is getting sloppy, right? You want those upper arms to be parallel to the floor. 3 seconds, make it count. Nice job. All right, set those sliders up so that they're about 1.5 feet apart. Get ready for those hops. Lots of variations. You can alternate feet and stick it. You can go 1 foot at a time, stick it, and then switch feet. Or you can go 2 feet, right? However you're comfortable, whatever you do, you make sure that knee stays in line with those toes. And if you're doing anything on a single leg, you're alternating feet. We want to keep things as even as we can. Nice job. Sliders stay where they are. We're doing that icky shuffle, pretending it's a ladder. All right, here we go. In, out. Turning it around, switching which feet we start with, right? Back and forth, nice fast feet. If you're not jumping or that's too much, you simply march it out, making sure you stick those landings, right? Nice tight core, nice and fast. You want to try to stay as close to the sliders as you can. All right, plank with the slider hand taps. Here we go, full plank position, nice flat back, pushing those hands through the floor so that you can lift one hand up and tap that slider. Try to keep your head in good alignment. You don't want your head facing forward. Kind of want to tuck your chin, almost as if you want a double chin, all right? Tuck it in, make those neck muscles work, keep that tummy tight. Nice job. All right, round 2 of skaters. On the sliders, if you want to increase stability, off the sliders, if you want to go faster and get a higher cardio workout. It's about what you want, you make it work for you. Working on those sliders can really make sure that you have good stability. You can also Work that stability without those sliders just by holding on one leg. Come on, guys, 5 seconds. Get that heart rate up. Nice work. We're gonna get ready for those long lunges. I'm gonna turn on an angle so you can see my legs at that close to 90 degrees. Here we go. One leg forward, and that leg goes behind us. Big squeeze on the glutes when we meet in the middle. Like I said, I like to alternate, starting off going forwards or backwards. We're driving the leg that's in front through the floor to stand up. Good control. Knees in line with those toes. Nice job. All right. 90 or 180 degree squat jumps. Here we go. Butt goes down and back. Pushing those 3 feet through the floor. Getting those small turns or those big turns. What you have to make sure you have is your knees in line with those toes. All right? The smaller hops are easier to keep good form. Drive through the floor. I like to alternate the direction I go so I don't get dizzy. Core tight. Remember, you can always come up to those toes. Whew. Nice work, guys. To those bear crawls with the hand and feet marches. All right? Driving those toes, pushing back through your butt to lift those knees off the floor. Step in one hand at a time forward, 1 foot at a time, forward and back. Really pushing those toes into the ground so you feel it in your glutes. Okay, you don't want to be pushing through those knees. A little bit longer of a break here. Get a drink. We're going right back to the beginning. We are halfway through. All right. Get ready for the run forward, squat walk back. Ready? Here we go. Run it. Land by bending those knees. Squat it back. Chest is up tall. Nice. Good slowing down motion as you stop yourself. You can even stop yourself closer to a lunge position and then step back as I land on my children's kitchen supplies. Great job, guys. Get those sliders. We've got those plank with a reach forward and back. Whew. Here we go. Forward and back. Nice tight core. Belly button should always be pulled in. Reach forward, engage that back to push your hand through the ground. Big squeeze, 5 seconds. Making sure you keep things even. Nice job. Keep those sliders. Put them under your feet. We've got side lunges. All right, here we go. Out to the side, back to the middle, and switch legs. Nice deep bend in that knee. As that knee stays over those toes. The toes might have a point out to the side a little bit. That's all right. Core is tight, 5 seconds. Make each one count. Squeeze every time you come back up. We've got those slider push-ups. Back to that plank position. Here we go. Out to the side, push up. I want you to exhale every time you push those hands through the floor to extend those arms. That core should stay nice and tight, keeping those elbows close to your body. Don't let them push out to the side. 5 seconds. Nice job, good work. All right, set those sliders up so that they're about 1.5 feet, 2 feet apart. We got slider hops, here we go. 2 feet if you want, single foot if you want. Work that landing, work that stability. You can swing those arms as you push those toes through the ground, or you can alternating feet. Just making sure that you switch which foot you land on. Whew. All right, Icky shuffle. Going side to side through the sliders like they're cones. All right, 2 feet behind the sliders, and then out. And you're gonna switch which side you start on, so that the foot that was up when you landed is the foot that's up to start that next round. If you have a lot of space, feel free to do them across the room, right? The more you can do in tandem, the harder it's gonna be. All right, plank with the slider tap. Remember your modifications. You can always do it from this position, toes digging into the floor, knees under your hips, hands under your shoulders. You can even put a ball on your back to make sure that your body is not moving and you're keeping that core nice and tight. Pull that belly button in. Same thing if you're in the plank position, right? Nice and steady. No movement in your back, or as little as possible. All right, skaters. If you want, both feet on those sliders. All right, we're going side to side. Here we go. Whoop. As my slider gets stuck on the floor, pay attention and be careful for that, because you don't want to pull a knee or twist an ankle. Using those arms. And if you're on those sliders, while maintaining stability first, you go as fast as you are comfortable or as you can. But making sure you always have that stability, side to side, core is tight. Beautiful, guys. Same thing, feet on those sliders. We got the long lunges. Here we go. Back and forward. Now you want to make sure those knees stay in line with those toes. That second and third toe should be digging into the ground on the foot that's behind you. Our core is tight, so our chest stays up nice and tall. Having our feet stay hip width apart helps keep our balance. Beautiful. Sliders off to the side. 90 or 180 degree squat jumps. All right? If you need to, you just squat, come up, and then turn. If you're just turning like that, make sure that you switch directions. You should always be switching directions, keeping things even. Try to keep those toes straight ahead, that core tight. Woo. Try to keep those feet hip width apart. Woo. I like it. Shake them out. Bear crawl with the hand and feet marches. All right. Nice flat back. Like anything else, this is very similar to those planks. Your back stays flat. This is going to get harder because we're starting to fatigue. All right. Pulling the belly button in, away from that waistband. Keeping our chin tucked, driving those hands through the floor, pushing back through those toes. All right, you rock stars, are you ready? You got one more round. That means we're gonna finish strong. We're gonna make it count. We're gonna push to the finish together. Here we go. Run forward, squat it back. Forward, slow it down by bending those knees. or marching forward, 2 or 3 or 4 steps. You're gonna feel it working those legs, guys. Core is tight the whole time. Come on, 3 seconds. Woo, I like it. All right, guys, get those sliders. Plank with the reach, forward and back. All right, here we go. Plank, tight core. Remember, you can always come right to those knees, driving those toes back through the floor to keep stability. Your core is tight. Keeping those hips square, not letting them rock. Nice job, guys. All right, side lunges. We're going to each side, back and forth. Here we go. Out to the side, bend that knee. If you can, you keep that chest up tall. If you like, hold a weight right at that chest. Every time you come back to the middle, squeeze those glutes. Pull them together. 2 seconds. All right, slider push-ups. It's a lot of up and down, but we're getting a full body workout. All right, guys, let's go. We're almost there. Slide those hands out to the side. Push up. Driving those hands through the floor. Exhale as you push your hands through the floor. All right, guys, slider hops. Set those sliders about 1.5 to 2 feet apart. Remember, alternating feet, sticking that landing is the easiest. Staying on one foot would be harder. 2 feet is a little bit easier than 1 foot. Just making sure those knees stay in line with those toes, right? Stick that landing. Either way, can land in that squat. Nice tight core, come on. Hold on, honey. Okay, Yicky shuffle. Going side to side, in, out. Or right, left, right. All right? If you have big space, feel free to use all of it. Stay there, please. All right? Those sliders are acting like cones, and we're doing that shuffle around those sliders, around those cones. Sticking the landing, you want to keep those feet as close to the slider as possible. Beautiful, guys. All right. Plank with those slider taps. All right, we got a few more exercises before we go into that burnout. Shoulders over those hands, tap it out. I think I just found a googly eye on my carpet from my kids. Whew. Remember, you can always come to those knees. The key here is you should be able to put a martini glass on your back. Think about how easy those are to spill, right? They're ridiculous. So put that martini glass on your back. Don't let it spill. All right, no movement. All right, skaters, both of those feet on those sliders, side to side, chest up tall, using those arms. Remember, you can always do these without the sliders. Either way, you make it count. Try to stand up tall, core tight, shoulders out of those ears. Keeping that form tight as we start to fatigue. Knees in line with those toes. Let's go, guys, 5 seconds. Push that pace, heart rate up. Yes. All right, long lunges. We're almost there. We're getting close, guys. Forward and backward on the same leg. Come back to the middle. Squeeze those glutes and switch legs. Again, this is another exercise. If you have weights, feel free to add them to your chest. I'm sweating with you guys. We're working together. We're almost there. Woo! All right, 2 more exercises before our relay race burnout. All right, squat with those jumps. Here we go. Turning if you can. But remember, those knees are in line with those toes. Hitting that squat. Our core is tight. Drive those feet through your floor to push up nice and high. If you can, you go 180 degrees, making sure those knees land in line with those toes. We're almost there. Woo! Riley, please, back upstairs. One more exercise. Quarter quadruped position. Knees off the floor by driving our toes through the ground. This exercise is going to be real hard to stay stable, right? My muscles are screaming. I hope yours are too. Slow, controlled motions. Driving those hands and feet that are on the floor through the floor. Woo. All right, guys, get a quick drink. Our burnout is a relay race, all right? Starting with 10 long jumps, and then 10 crab walks, 5 suicides, and 10 side shuffles. After my 10 long jumps, I'm gonna come over and give you a high five. You're gonna do your 10 long jumps. Then you're gonna come back, give me that high five, 10 crab walks, all right? And so on and so forth. It's gonna be fun. We do it together. Whew. All right, guys. You're gonna give me like 5 more minutes, Maddie. All right, guys, here we go. 10 long jumps. You're jumping as far as you can with proper form, right? Big swing in those arms. Jump, land quietly, stick that landing, turn around. That's 1. Big, long jump. Bend those knees. Knees stay in line with those toes. Stand up, squeeze those booties. Stick that landing, guys. Come on, that's 4. Hurry. Through the roof. Nice job, guys. If you're at home and you're not doing anything, you keep those feet moving, right? We don't stop moving. I'm gonna be over to tap you in. 2 more. Here we go. One last one. Big jump. Squeeze. You're up. High five, guys. All right. You're gonna use those arms. You're gonna swing those arms and use that to push you forward. If you are not jumping, you can simply take 1 big step forward. Stick that landing, stand up and squeeze, right? All right, you make each and every one of those 10 count, and then we're going to those 10 crab walks, all right? Don't stop, keep going. All right, high five, guys. I'm going in for those crab walks. Okay, so in those crab walks, our feet and hands are on the floor. We're taking a big step forward, opposite hand, opposite leg. We're gonna go back and forth 10 times, all right? Our hips stay up, our core stays tight. You can stay in that position to turn around. Hips stay up nice and high, squeezing your butt. Turn it around. When you turn around, those opposite hands and opposite feet, or You can go backwards. All right, just change directions and go backwards. Everybody has a different way of doing crab walks that's comfortable to them. All right, we're almost there, guys. Keep that core tight. Riley, please, honey. All right, last one, and I'm tapping you in. All right, guys, high five. You're up, make it count. Now, while I'm waiting for you, I'm gonna stay stepping in place. My core stays tight, so my heart rate stays up nice and high. You're driving those heels and those hands through the floor, squeezing those glutes so you lift that butt up. All right, keep it up, guys, keep it up. Back and forth 10 times. Now, if you have a long room, you can cut it down to 5. We've got 2 more exercises before our burnout is complete for our relay race, right? All right, don't stop. You get ready. High five me in, because our next exercise is suicides, and we're doing 5 of them. So back and forth across your room as quickly as you can. High five. Let's go. Now, just like in our workout, we're gonna run forward and squat, slow down. Run forward, squat to slow down. You can even come into that lunge, 90 degrees on those legs. Lunge, landing, so that one leg is forward, and trying to alternate which leg is forward. All right, there was my 5, guys. Nice and quick across your room, back and forth. Good controlled stops. We are almost there, all right, guys? You're killing it. One more exercise. Give it all you got. Push that heart rate up. Here we go. Feet, 1, back and forth, 2, leading with those knees stay in line with those toes. We got this, guys, and you can use those arms. I like mine to go forward and backward. You can do running arms. Feels a little weird to me. Shuffle those feet. We're staying low. We're almost there. Come on, guys. We're gonna give it one more time, back and forth. Make those legs work. Woo! High five. This is it for you. You're up. You give it all you got. We're going to stay marching in place. Guys, please go upstairs. We're almost there. We're pushing to our finish. Keep those feet moving. If it's not your turn, pump those arms. Catch your breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. This is it. This is your finish. Knees in line with those toes. Those glutes stay low. Make those lengths burn. You're almost there. Push through the floor. Here we go. And high five it out. Great job, guys. We are to the cool down and stretch. All right. Big deep breath. Step those feet out. Get a quick drink. I want your heart rate to come down slowly. All right, you can step side to side, shake those arms out. Want that core to stay tight. You want to make sure that before we really get into that stretch, that our heart rate is down a little bit. All right, so we don't feel any dizziness or lightheadedness. Deep breath in, big reach to the ceiling, exhale. Bring it back down. We're gonna stagger those feet. So my right foot is back and my left foot, my left heel is lined up with my right toes. I'm gonna lean a little on one side and then squeeze my hips forward. So I get a big stretch right through the middle of my leg. These are muscles that tend to get very tight on people. So if you're feeling a big stretch there, enjoy it. Sit in that stretch until you feel a nice big release. It's not going to feel quite as painful, or you're not going to have that same amount of tension there. Great job, guys. I hope you had fun with my at-home agility workout. If you have young athletes, this could be a great workout for them as well. Gets those feet moving more quickly, helps you with stability and control, moving side to side. Things all of us need on a day-to-day basis to keep our bodies healthy and strong, right? That's what we all want. So you switch those feet, push those hips forward, big squeeze in those glutes. Nice job. Beautiful. All right, we're going to come down into a lunge position. So 90 degrees on those legs. Those back toes are tucked under. And you're just going to tuck those hips forward. Big stretch on the front of that hip, down the front of your thigh. Core stays tight. All right. Big deep breath in. You should feel this stretching right in the front of your hip. Try to keep good alignment so your belly stays nice and tight. If you can practice good posture while you're exercising, our tummy should be tucked a little bit and our shoulders should be squeezing down and back. We should really work on tucking our chin so our ears stay right over those shoulders. We don't want our chin forward. That gives us a lot of neck pain and those headaches that we can all get. We're going to switch feet, push those hips forward. A lot of people that say they carry their stress in their back are really having bad head alignment, and that can really lead to a lot of things like the neck pain and even shoulder pain. So really keep on working that chin tuck, almost feeling as if you have got a string pulling out the top of your head. Nice and tall. Make sure you tuck those toes, get a big stretch down the front of your thigh until you feel a big release. Then that back leg comes behind the front leg. Tuck those hips again. Beautiful. Feel that stretch kind of move over from directly in the front of our hip to a little bit more right through here, right? Great job. All right, we're going to come down into a child's pose, reaching our hands in front. Our hips are back over our heels. We're going to push those shoulders into the ground, squeezing our belly button. You're going to give me 2 more seconds, Angel. In 1 minute, I'm going to finish stretching, everybody.
You're just talking to yourself.
No, thank you. Okay. All right, guys, if anything else feels tight, make sure you give it a nice big stretch. Great job today, guys. You made it count. You gave it all you got. Now make sure you drink lots of water and you eat healthy meals, right? Balanced fruits, vegetables, shooting for those leafy greens, healthy protein, 25 to 40 grams. All right, guys, I hope to see you tomorrow. Keep kicking butt.